The Bible says that birds are of the devil. Hello, friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up if you want. I can't live your life for you, but I can try. Thanks for joining us today. We've got r/StoriesAboutKevin today. Yes, I am streaming it live on the Twitch chat in case you didn't know that's a thing. And also, if you didn't know that's a thing, Kevin are like basically just big dum-dums that it's a miracle that they're able to function in society. Today, we've got a Kevin getting divorced. I mean, for pretty obvious reasons, i.e. because he's a Kevin. So I guess we'll have to see how it goes today. Been a while since we visited this subreddit. I think I've done 2 or 3 episodes on this so far, but I'm excited to push it up even further. So let's see how it goes today. We'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this stories about Kevin, a cringe. Hey, yo, also check out the podcast if you want. It's over there too. My friend tries to divorce Kevin. Oh no, Kevin, he's gonna be left all alone. Surely he's going to light the house on fire. I expect this Kevin to be dead within the month without somebody like looking out for him or something. Oh, it's a sad story. Maybe. Might be hilarious. I don't know. I don't really vet these things. Kevins are apparently dum-dums, like Kevin from The Office. Kevin's famous chili, and he spills it all over the floor. God, that's the best fucking scene from The Office ever.
I'm serious about this stuff.
When we were all younger and dumber, one of my closest friends married the craziest Kevin that I have ever met. I mean, there must have been some attraction, at least initially, if she put a ring on it, actually got married to him. There was something there. Maybe he transformed into a Kevin later. My friend had just come off of a very bad relationship that she'd been certain was going to end in marriage, when in reality, that dude was cheating on her, while using her to support his wannabe pro-golfer existence. And then dumped her when someone with more money came along. So she was in a bad place. A few months later, Kevin appears. Well, it sounds like your friend is just having some trouble picking dudes. It's like a whole string of losers. She's ready to hop into a marriage with the pro golfer guy. And then he bails and she's like, Kevin, you're next in line. Come over here. It's not all her problem, but I don't know, man. At least vet people a little bit more before you go and freaking get married. That's wild. The first time I met Kevin was when the two of them showed up at my apartment to announce their engagement. See? Quick, you're moving too fast. Since I'd met the previous guy that she was seriously dating just a month before, I knew they couldn't have been seeing each other very long. Turns out, Kevin proposed 5 weeks after their first date. Red flag, anyone? No? How did you say yes to this? Like, bitch, I known you just over a month. I'm good. I don't want a part of any of that. Maybe she was a bit of a Kevina for saying yes at that point, but like I said, bad place. Oh, God. I don't know. Is that excusable? I really don't think that it is. I understand that she's like on the rebound, you know, she's been hurt in this relationship. She wants somebody to come in and fill the gap, essentially. Giggity. But this is not the way to go about it. 5 weeks? You guys realize you don't have to get married, right? Just because he proposed doesn't mean you have to say yes, right? I don't understand at all. Why would you say yes? Jesus Christ. Relationship pinball. That is what it is. It's hard for me to accurately describe Kevin without dipping into being mean. Go ahead, be mean. I like that. because I never liked him, even from that first meeting. It was like he really wanted to be one of those hyper-masculine, manly men, but didn't quite know how. That's adorable. He liked to take any opportunity to bring up in conversation that he was a black belt. Whoa, watch out for this guy. He paid for a black belt at a McDojo. I remember the first time he said it because I asked, "Oh yeah? In what?" And he looked at me like I was an idiot. In martial arts. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, that's too funny, dude. It was a McDojo for sure. Or he just doesn't know what martial arts he was taking. Oh, yeah, right. Of course. He would talk at length about how much he worked out. Turns out he didn't actually work out at all. I mean, come on, dude. You ain't gotta lie to kick it. I told people when I was going to the gym because I was proud of it. Also told people when I stopped going to the gym because I don't really care that much about being judged. I still haven't gone back to the gym, all right? It's been 6 months. Now I'm scared to go back because it's gonna hurt. But don't you worry, I'll get back in there eventually. If for no other reason than to just avoid being like Kevin ever in life. Good God. That's a dumb thing to lie about too. Can't I like look at your arms and shit and be like, it doesn't really look like you work out that much, friend. But he'd deny it. He'd be like, oh yeah, today was just leg day, 5 days in a row. He liked to think of himself as a car guy because he had a sports car, which he couldn't afford, and he treated it like his baby. He didn't actually know anything about cars, but he had one, so car guy. What was the sports car? It's probably a trashy sports car, not even a real performance engine in it. Obviously, I don't know anything about cars either. But at least I don't flex, all right? I drive a little hatchback, my little putt-putt car, to get me around town. I don't understand why masculinity hinges on, like, cars and being a big, strong guy. Can't my masculinity hinge on being a good father and a nice person? Uh-oh, I said nice. We did nice guys yesterday. It's seeping into me. Somebody help! But the thing that really got up my nose about this guy was that he prided himself on how very smart he was. Oh yeah, I'm sure. He'd make the most outrageous claims with the most pig-headed certainty. He just knew these things were true. And if you disagreed, even if you showed actual physical proof that he was wrong, he would just condescendingly tell you that you didn't understand these things like he did, and go on with his idiocy. Was this before the times of Google? I mean, I've seen people deny Google as well. They're like, it's just a conspiracy. But it was a lot harder before Google. A lot more people could get away with a lot more bullshit. You know what I'm saying? A time frame would help a whole heck of a lot, but I guess it be what it be. Just as an example, Kevin once declared that you can't break the law at night. It's like the fucking purge out here or something. Well, that's just wonderful, isn't it? Can you imagine what it would be like if you couldn't break the law at night? I literally wouldn't go out at night. That would be like the most terrifying prospect in the world to me. Somebody shoots you and the cops show up. They're like, yeah, we know you shot him. We saw it, but it's night, so you're free to go. What exactly was that supposed to mean? We still have no idea. And Kevin refused to elaborate. Yeah, he's earning the Kevin title for sure. As a second example, he had trouble getting a fire going in their fireplace when he was home alone one day. Oh, look at that. Big manly man doesn't know how to handle fire. Really making a fire could not be easier. You put a log in there, you light the ends on fire. If it's one of those like store-bought logs, which is really all I use because I don't care about being a manly man. He's probably using wood that he chopped down himself, or claimed to chop down himself rather. Nobody's buying that. So what was his solution? To mix up some homemade napalm. From a recipe he found on the internet. What was that? Styrofoam melted in gasoline? There you go. And this dude is using napalm in his own home. Good God. Like I said, it's a miracle he's not dead yet. It was a huge disaster. Set the kitchen on fire. Luckily, my friend arrived home in time to grab the fire extinguisher. Yet he insisted doggedly that he knew what he was doing. And really, this was the best way to get the fireplace going. And obviously, she just didn't understand because she didn't know as much about this stuff as he did. Yeah, you're gonna get the fireplace and the rest of the house going. Homemade napalm, dude. What is this? How did you think that this was a good idea? Total Kevin, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if 2 months after the divorce, he lit himself on fire in some type of way. This is the best way to get the fireplace going. Bro. What an idiot. Sorry, I know that that's a lot of setting the stage. No, please keep going. It's delicious. It's ambrosia to me, OP. One last important thing to know about Kevin before we get round to the divorce I promised is that Kevin was a religious nut. Oh boy, here we go. God told me to light my house on fire. I don't mean he was crazy because he was religious. I've known many wonderful, intelligent, religious people in my lifetime. Kevin was a crazy person who used religion as his MO. Well, I think the wonderful, intelligent people are somewhat dwarfed by people who are just using this as leverage to get up on somebody else, but I guess that's a tangent for another day. I don't really want to go into that in the video. Gonna polarize everybody. Kevin would randomly proclaim, "The Bible says," to support whatever crazy thing that he had said. Yeah, the Bible said, start a fire with napalm in the middle of your kitchen. It'll get to the fireplace eventually. Oh my God. Most people let him get away with it because, hell, the Bible's really long and it does say a lot of crazy shit. Who could say that somewhere in there it didn't actually say whatever insane thing he was claiming? I mean, ask him what book, verse, etc. if you really don't believe him. As soon as he starts stumbling around, be like, yeah, you're full of shit. Besides, who really wants to confront crazy? That's a fair point too, OP. I probably wouldn't. Pick your battles in that. This is not one worth having. Even when the claim was something insane, like, the Bible says that birds are of the devil. Yeah, he saw Alfred Hitchcock's movie a few times. The Birds, and he's like, oh no, they're gonna peck my eyes out. Away from me, Satan! God, I miss stories about Kevin, you guys. This is so beautiful. And yeah, the bird thing is a thing that Kevin said one day when he was angry at birds for some reason. Angry at birds. Birds are minding their own business, bro. Why are you gonna be angry at birds? Like, okay, sometimes they shit on my car, but I get it, man. Where else you gonna go poop, right? They don't know what they doing. They got a brain that's like this big. I was raised going to church twice a week, once upon a time, so I did know a bit about that particular book, and I had a pathological need when I was younger to call people out on their bullshit. Yeah, so did I. And then I realized that that's just a big waste of energy, but go off, I guess. So we often butted heads, Kevin and I. Unsurprisingly, when confronted, Kevin could never actually tell you where in the Bible it said that you shouldn't take the first slice of pizza. Because yeah, he said that too, but that didn't decrease his certainty that it definitely was in there. You think the Bible talked about pizza? I don't think the Bible talks about food very much at all. Holy pizza, it is the food of the gods. I gotta be honest with myself there. That's why everybody loves it so much, right? God understands if you want to take the first slice. Everybody wants to take the first slice. Just get that shit in my mouth ASAP. So, as anyone but the two of them could have predicted, the marriage didn't last. You probably should have told your friend, OP. She probably did, and the friend is just like, you don't know anything about our relationship. He's different. He's special. Yeah, all right. Got it. Good Lord. He became increasingly erratic, forbidding her from speaking to friends, including me, because the Bible says so. Oh my God, this has gone from like Kevin to abusive relationship in no time flat. He's just insecure about her hanging out with friends because he thinks that like she should belong to him only. A woman is not made to be your property. Men and women are equals. Women stand to the side of men, not in front of, not behind. Okay? That is what the Bible says. I probably would have argued this out with him too. Jesus Christ. He started hitting her because the Bible says she has to do whatever he says, and he's allowed to beat her if she doesn't. Stuff like that. I called this one abusive relationship in no time flat. Holy shit, man. No wonder she got a divorce. I mean, there were red flags in the beginning, but who knew that it would get this bad? Jesus. So yes, she left. Good for her. And here is where the wackiest Kevining begins. I love wacky. So she gets a lawyer to initiate divorce proceedings, and the first thing that comes up is the house. They bought the house from his parents. More precisely, she bought the house from his parents, and he had terrible credit. Oh boy. As a result, his name wasn't on anything related to the house. He had no job, meaning that he'd never made even a single payment on the house. Open and shut. As far as she saw it, the house was hers. His mother, who came into town to support her son through his misfortune, didn't see it that way. They declared that the house still belonged to the mother and threw all of my friend's stuff out on the lawn. See, this is the reason Kevin is the way that he is. Mommy just coddling her little prince. Oh, we need to keep him safe. It's a bunch of bullshit, I'll tell you that much. Do not coddle your children. You need to tell them how it is, because the real world is going to tell them how it is. So maybe you could soften the blow a little bit, but you also got to be honest. Kevin's mom out here fighting his battles for him. Ugh, baddest look I've ever seen. What a mommy's boy. What a little baby man. Take the L and walk away. You know you didn't make those payments just because of who she bought it from. You're supposed to have like one finger still in the pie. Nah, that's not how it works. And I'm sure a court will say as much. Friend's lawyer gets a preliminary hearing date set up. Oh, this lawyer, yeah, they doing work to determine the initial dispersion of important stuff, like the house, at least until the divorce proceedings get all sorted. So, friend's lawyer says to Kevin, have your lawyer contact me to set up a meeting before the hearing. A meeting is set up, and who arrives at the lawyer's office but Kevin? I'm so intelligent, I'm gonna represent myself. Any lawyer who represents himself has a fool for a client, but I guess I shouldn't expect anything less from Kevin. Damn, dude. This is gonna be a whole ass mess. He is gonna get taken to school, and I am living for it. Kevin was claiming to be Mr. Steele, the lawyer. Oh my god, dude. You can't make that up. I shit you not. He decided to be his own lawyer and that he would call himself Mr. Steele, which is not his name. God. I'm dead, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh. How is this even real? All right, breathe deep. I don't know how the initial meeting went, but when the time for the hearing came, Kevin was once again acting as his own attorney. This time I can only assume he wasn't working under a pseudonym. Keep in mind the rest of this is totally going off of her story to me immediately after the hearing. This is so weird. I can't believe you were married to this person. Does this not make you rethink like everything about your life? Kevin and his mother, oh of course, arrived 20 minutes late, not at all dressed for court, casual jeans and t-shirts. The first thing Kevin says when he walks in is, can I approach the bench?
May I approach the bitch?
What did you say?
I said, may I approach the bench?
Dude's seen a couple episodes of Law and Order and he's like, don't worry, I got this. The judge asks, why? Because I've got some receipts. Watch him hand her just like a receipt from the grocery store or something. I paid for the food in the house, therefore the house is mine. Kevin logic, bro. So, friend gets called to the stand. Her lawyer asks a bunch of questions, illustrating just how crazy Kevin is and how bad things had gotten and about the house and stuff. And then Kevin, since he's the lawyer, gets to cross-examine. Illustrating just how crazy Kevin is. Can't you just point to him standing over there? Be like, what is your actual last name, Kevin? It's not Mr. Steele, is it? He's like, no, it's not. Okay, fine. Good, great. We're winning. Jesus Christ. This is unadulterated, pure distilled cringe. Do you think that he got to her on cross-examination? I bet he did. Watch him just be like a super good lawyer out of nowhere. But it's kind of already been established that he's going to fail horribly. So let's watch. His first question. Is it not true that you were beaten as a child? Her lawyer. Objection. The judge. Sustained. The question had nothing to do with anything. Were you beaten as a child? Oh my god, dude. Other questions included, is it not true that you were seeing a psychiatrist and on medication for depression? No, that's not true. She had never seen a mental health professional. Not sure if he thought he might like trick her into lying on that one, or if he was so crazy that he actually thought that that might be true. He asked a bunch of other ridiculous questions, which her lawyer let him ask, because they were completely out of nowhere and only helped prove to the judge how nuts he was. Yeah, judges see it for what it is most of the time. This dude walks into the courtroom with a fake name, in jeans and a t-shirt, pretending to be his own lawyer. You lost already. Before anybody's asked a question, before anybody gets on the stand, it's over. Objection! On the grounds that the Bible says I'm right. Oh God, well, I don't want to go look at the Bible. He must be right. Can we Google it? We're not allowed to do that during a court case? Okay, got it. I guess we just have to go off of what he says. It's just too wild. And then Kevin takes the stand. Oh, goody gumdrops. Her lawyer gets him to admit pretty much everything that they said he did because it was all true. He does refuse to give specific answers to some of the more serious questions. Not no, he just doesn't want to give specifics. I plead the fifth. There are so many amendments in the Constitution.
I said there are so many amendments in the Constitution.
Then he gets to make a statement. His statement is how he doesn't want a divorce, and also she was abusive to him, such as pinching him once when they were on the highway. Pinching? Is that how he said it? What is that? Pinche? Is he speaking Spanish? You can't say that in the court of law, all right? I have a lot of questions, man. Okay. We're moving on. Also, the Bible says that she's his wife, so she has to do whatever he wants. And the Bible also says that divorce is bad. I don't think the Bible has anything about divorce in it. Does it say that you're supposed to, like, make a commitment to each other, etc., etc.? For better, for worse, for sickness and in health. But I don't think it spells out, like, the terms of when abuse is okay and such. I ain't no biblical theologian scholar guy. Maybe the comments could enlighten me a little bit more about it, but, I'm pretty sure he's just pulling a bunch of stuff out of his ass, throwing it at the wall to see what sticks, you know? How can the judge make him get a divorce when the Bible says not to? Apparently he went on in this vein for quite a while. She just gave me a couple of the highlights. Damn, dude. This is something else. I don't get it. I don't think I want to get it. He really thought that this was going to be the clincher. Why would you not hire a lawyer? If it's really important that you get the house back and such, a high-powered lawyer might have been able to do that for you. But Kevin, you're not a high-powered lawyer, even if you're calling yourself Mr. Steele, okay? We've had a lot of delusional beards on the channel recently. Needless to say, the initial hearing did not go his way. Oh God, who could have imagined that? How is Mr. Steele a bad lawyer? His name is Mr. Steele, for God's sake. Although he spelled it S-T-E-E-L-E, like the fancy way, instead of the way that he probably thought it was spelled, S-T-E-A-L, because he wanted to steal everything from her, get it? She ended up getting the house in the short term and a protective order against him after he admitted in court to his violence against her. The Bible says it's okay, though. Oh my God, dude. This guy, thank God he is so stupid. He's not smart enough to lie, and for that, we can all be grateful. After this, he dragged his feet at every point of the process. For more than 6 months, he wouldn't show up to things or would refuse to sign things until the last possible moment. He moved to a different city and apparently joined the Army Reserve. When Friend found out about this, her lawyer contacted someone there to point out that he wasn't allowed to be around weapons or something like that because of the protective order. It's all legal stuff that's kind of over my head. The lawyer even contacted him and offered to drop the protective order so he could stay in if he would just agree to finish the divorce proceedings in a timely manner. Kevin refused. He's really trying so hard to stick it to her in any way possible. In the end, he got pretty much nothing and quietly disappeared. Oh, I'm grateful for that part at the very least. Finally, he is out of her life. So I'm still of the opinion that Kevin probably did end up burning his house down with him inside only a few months after the divorce. You heard pretty much nothing and he quietly disappeared because he was turned into carbon-based smoke and just went up into the atmosphere. To be with God, whom he loved so very much. God, I was like enjoying the story. I was like, oh, kind of a harmless idiot sort of Kevin, but no, this is one of the more malicious Kevins that we've seen on the channel, and I think that's good because then we can like start our catalog of the Kevins as well. You've got derpy neckbeards, you've got dangerous neckbeards. Well, you've also got derpy Kevins and dangerous Kevins. This dude so dumb that he felt entitled to beat his own wife because maybe it said something like that somewhere in the Bible. That's unforgivable. Jesus Christ, man. How are you that dumb? That's the main question that I have. But despite the darker nature of the episode, I do hope that you guys enjoyed it, friends. If you did, I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe, because that's like the super big MVP play and stuff. You can maybe share the video around. I would appreciate that a whole heck of a lot as well. We've got all kinds of links down in the description for you to click around on. Plugs, playlists, podcasts, I mentioned at the beginning, but yeah, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you go. Podcast Addict, Deezer, Castbox, all this weird shit I never heard of. But yeah, my podcasts are on there, apparently. So thank you guys, as always. Come on through. Check out my social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Twitch, where we live streamed this episode. Oh my God, it's so hyped when you get it live. That is the freshest cringe. We've also got my Patreon, of course, and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons, whom I would like to thank, as I do every episode. Jerry Much. So thank you. Darth Luscious, Harley Hogan, Robert Allen Waits, Camille Sarah, Chase Blue Kraken, Malawan, Roxanne Wolf Sip Jerry, Conrad Ingame, a Wire Jerry. All I want for Christmas is due. Hey, Mr. ReddX, sir. Still haven't heard from Landlord Jerry. Ah, that's alright. I see him. He's still giving me money. Cool out. Captain Cloud Jerry, Hong Kong, Destiny Piper, Aaron Jerry, Alexis Smith, Broken Logic, Esteban, Frog Leg Side, Irary, feels unwanted but keeps on fighting anyways. You do the thing. Silent Revolver, PCB, the original Jerry, Take Jerry, Kitsune, Satori, 211 Jerry, the two Jerrys, a Jerry ready for springtime, a Jerry of Jubilee Juggling Jerry, Justy Jargonian Jerry, Aspen, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Aurora Wildheart, Grizzly, Baby Jerry, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, Bitch Gremlin, Blake the Hero, Blip Jerry, Catholic Jerry, Commander J Tank, Confederate Jew, Dennis Dayton, Disposable Waifu, Dr. Lux, Emergent Jewel, Aaron Era, East Bars, Frozen Over Studio, Fire Drake, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, I'm Slim Jerry, I'm the real Jerry, I'm the Slim Jerry, just imitating Irish pirates. The Jerrys are always after me, Lucky Charms. Radiated Jam, Itchy Nuts, just scratch him, bro. A pimp named J Crisp, JM Coon, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Nice, Jerry Evil, Jerry the Outlaw Mother Trucker, John Hero, John Jerry, Jingleheimer Schmidt. Oh my God, that's my name too, bro. KJW, Kajow, Crewhee, Landlord Jerry, Legitimate Girl, Miss Monday, Lord Jerry-O. Like and subscribe. I'm a Lady Dix. Match with a guy on Tinder. His name was Jerry and he showed me a sword. I think I'm in love. Is that all it takes these days? These kids. Melgar the Destroyer, Method Effector, Needless King 89, Nightmare Jerry, Origami Steve, Bean Tom with a bag of marbles from downtown while Jerry begged for forgiveness. Oh snap, I saw the whole thing. I was the marbles. Paragon Soul, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes and Quagmires, Ramtide Lacramates, Rose, Jerry Miller, TSM Kirby, Sarita the Lolita, Sassy Octopus, Scarlet's Coven, Sergeant Gay Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo Whip, Stephanie Goodner, Sign Up, Boomstick, Brilliant Tomato, Tapioca Baloo, Tato Fair, 10-Ton Monster, the Italian Greyhound Dino, the Littlest Who, the Tiniest Boy, Little Tiny, I like it, the Marble, the Jerry, the One True Fusky, trying to find another marble to get back to the real world. You probably don't want to blow into that balloon, not. Yeah, it's a stinky balloon. Unbusy Bee, V3 Prime, Vanguard Angel, Viking Jerry, Wiki Will Mag, Zephyr the Gargoyle, or Clay, Void Scent Collector of Cringe, Conrad Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though. Redwood, Nog Viper, Saints Blessing, Third Step, Venom Jerry, Jace Christensen, One Leg Jerry's beating Neckbeards with a fake leg. A normal Jerry. No funny line this time. My wits are on vacation. No problem with that. Mine too, I guess. Hunter of Jerry's, Devourer of all things tasty. It is Tom, Admiral T-Tank, Emerald Alder, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerryzilla, Breaker of the Tom Army, Babsy Bartender Kelia, Broken Spine Horseradish, the original different Jerry, that's Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Chevron 7 Lock, Corporal Admiral Lieutenant Private General Tiger and Princess Fairy Warrior Moon Jerry, Cryptides, D Crazy, aka STI Jerry, Defon Jerry, creator of Colorful Click Clacks, Dopamine Dane Jarius, Dwarfy Dude, Ghost of Alpha, Heek Not, Holy Berry Jerry, Janitor Jerry, Death by Marbles, didn't work, now I'm hiding from the KGB, Jeffrey, Geralt of Rivia, Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year's, Webby Apocalypse, Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom has got it going on, check out the mustache on Jerry Aldo Rivera, Jerry Roxas, Jerry Roleplay Game, Judge Jerry and Executioner, Keaton Tails, Kid Marvelous, King Tom, Kitsy Kid, Life of Guardian, Little A Woods, Lucia Lovecraft, Machia, CD, maybe next time Milkfed Gimp, Miss Duchess, not Invisible Angel, Patreon has more than one royal Jerry, so they say, Raptor, she is my Jerry Pie, Snary, that's Snob Jerry, Spooky the Rogue, Spoopy, Scary, Jerry Ton, Techno Dubs, the original Jerry, to Infinite Jerry, and beyond, no and yes, respectively, Tim the Fish Jerry, Unkale, Underwater Movies, formerly the X-Card, Unfortunate Jerry, Screaming at Nookie's latest magical girl transformation, make it stop, whoa, who is this soul-patched imposter, We all know the real ReddX has gray skin and no eyes, I'm working on it, Tom Promise, Jerry Sways, all bad Jerry, Tom, good boy, no Sways, just facts, so go ahead and look it up and buy it, I mean, another ReddX video, and of course, thank you to all of my $1 patrons as well, beautiful people that they are. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this journey back through Stories About Kevin. I really enjoyed it. We're going to be back sooner rather than later. It's just some good, fun derpery. And there's also a story about a Kevin who's a trucker, which might fit in with the Chris Trucker series that's going on. We can make this a whole, like, trucker channel if you guys want. Anyways, thank you again for watching. I hope you sign up on Patreon. If you can't afford to do it, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out. Do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. That'd be cool. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely, definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, friends, bye-bye.